Neon Demon is a 2016 psychological horror film directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, co-written by Mary Laws, Polly Stenham, and Refn, and starring Elle Fanning. The plot follows an aspiring model in Los Angeles whose beauty and youth generate intense fascination and jealousy within the fashion industry. Supporting roles are played by Carl Glusman, Jenna Malone, Bella Heathcote, Abby Lee, Desmond Harrington, Christina Hendricks, and Keanu Reeves. An international co-production between France, Denmark, and the United States, the film competed for the Palme d'Or at the 2016 Cannes Film Festival. The third consecutive film directed by Refn to do so, following Drive 2011 and Only God Forgives 2013. In the United States, the film was released theatrically on June 24th, 2016 by Amazon Studios and Broad Green Pictures. It opened to polarized reviews and ultimately grossed a little over $3 million against a $7 million budget. Plot: following the death of her parents, 16-year-old aspiring model Jessie has just moved from small-town Georgia to Los Angeles. She meets photographer Dean, who does her first shoot, and makeup artist Ruby, who introduces fellow older models Sarah and Gigi, who are interested in her physical appearance and her sexual activities, which Jessie feigns to have. Jessie is signed by Roberta Hoffman, the owner of a modeling agency, who tells her to pretend she is 19 and refers her to a test shoot with notable photographer Jack MacArthur. The shoot is successful, and Gigi and Sarah envy Jessie's youth. Jessie goes to a casting call for fashion designer Robert Sarno, where Sarah is also present. Sarno pays no attention to Sarah, but is entranced by Jessie. A distraught Sarah asks her how it feels to be the one everyone admires. Jessie admits it's everything, and Sarah lunges towards her, subsequently cutting Jessie's hand on glass. Sarah sucks the blood from Jessie's hand, and Jessie rushes back to her motel and faints, hallucinating abstract imagery. At Sarno's fashion show, Gigi tells Jessie about the cosmetic surgery. As Jessie is closing the show, she hallucinates abstract triangular shapes and reflections of herself. After the show, visibly changed, Jessie goes out with Dean to a bar where Sarno negatively compares Gigi to Jean, saying Gigi is not truly beautiful because of her surgery, while Jessie is naturally beautiful. Dean, who disputes Sarno's opinions, requests Jessie to leave, who refuses and now espouses a narcissistic persona. Jessie has a nightmare of being forced by Hank, the lecherous motel owner, to sexually swallow a knife. She wakes up to hear someone fidgeting with her door lock. She quickly turns the deadbolt, but is left to listen as the intruder breaks into the next room and assaults the 13-year-old female occupant inside. Terrified, she calls Ruby, who invites Jessie to her home. Ruby makes sexual advances towards Jessie, but is rejected by Jessie, revealing herself to be a virgin. Ruby then leaves for a second job as a makeup artist at the morgue. where she pleasures herself with a female corpse. Ruby returns home and finds Jessie now unabashed in her narcissism. Jessie encounters Sarah and Gigi, who attack her and chase her to Ruby, who pushes her into an empty swimming pool, breaking her leg and causing her blood to flow. The women then approach her with knives. After they butcher Jessie and consume parts of her body, they all bathe in her blood. Ruby is revealed to have occult tattoos. She lies in Jessie's unmarked grave, and later nude in her house as a torrent of blood gushes from her genitals as she urinates. The next day, Sarah and Gigi attend one of Jack's shoots with another model named Annie. Jack is suddenly enthralled with Sarah and fires Annie. In the midst of the shoot, Gigi falls ill and leaves. Sarah watches Gigi vomit up one of Jessie's eyeballs. She screams with regret. "I need to get her out of me," and stabs herself with a pair of scissors. Sarah watches Gigi die, eats the regurgitated eyeball and enlarges in size, then returns to the shoot. The end credits scene shows a woman who does not show her face, walking alone in the Mojave Desert,